If there's one thing that we consistently see on a daily basis in our private practice is the number of individuals struggling with anxiety and depression is out of control. Procrastination, out of control. Overthinking, overwhelmed thinking, anxious thinking. All of this stuff is going on at levels that I have never seen before. And I've been doing this for 43 years. Hey, David Essel here. Buzzsprout.com is the website, of course, or is the podcast, the website, talkdavid.com. I want to talk today about a very unique approach to emotions like anxiety, depression, procrastination, or even addiction. We have a tendency when we're dealing with these things to want to pretend they're not there or to talk about them all the time. And there's two really huge problems. Whatever we submerge grows. So if you submerge dealing with anxiety or depression or procrastination, it's going to get bigger. It's going to get roots. It's going to start to take you down. Right? And so that's if we try to avoid it. Now, here's the other problem. If we're constantly talking about, I feel so much anxiety today. I'm feeling anxious all the time. I'm always overthinking. I'm always over worrying. And we are overthinking and we are over worrying and we are filled with anxiety and or depression. We think that it's helpful to speak about it, but it's not. Because the more you speak about it, just like the more you deny it's even there, believe it or not, the more you speak about it, the bigger it becomes as well. So what do we do? Well, first of all, what I recommend to all my clients is that if you're a person that's used to sharing all of your emotions, I feel real nervous about the weather front coming in. I feel anxious about the trip I'm going to take in 2 months. Just think about that one, right? We create this outrageous anxiety. So as I was training one of my clients today on how to deal with this, and this is someone that worries a lot and she has her whole life and, her whole family has that image. And as a matter of fact, the Essel family was raised with a lot of worrying as well. So I know it like the back of my hand. So this is what we tell people now. What we do is we welcome the anxiety when we feel it in our stomach or in our throat, in our chest. Some people feel it in their head. We say, anxiety, you're back. I welcome you. Let's talk. Why are we so focused on something 3 months down the road? So we have logic, a logical discussion with your anxiety, a logical discussion with your I see procrastination, you're back. What is it that you're afraid of doing? Why are you with me? We can work through this together. Let's just do these steps. Now, again, people who hear me for the first time say this think that I'm nuts. It's like you're talking to an inanimate object. Well, let me tell you something. Anxiety, depression, procrastination, and more are not inanimate objects. They live within inside us. And it depends on what we're feeding, right? So if we're feeding by talking about these issues, they're going to get bigger. If we pretend we don't have them, they're going to get bigger. So the other middle way, if you want to follow a Buddha statement, the middle way would be to say, hey, I'm not going to ignore you and pretend you're not here. I'm not going to talk about you with my friends all the time. I'm going to stay focused. I'm going to pick 2 people to talk about, the professional I'm working with and one other person, maybe my partner, maybe a family member, but that's it. No more me talking about all the time how I'm so anxious, how I'm depressed, how I'm overthinking, how I'm overwhelmed. We have to have that self-control, right? So what we do is we bring up this subject and we talk to anxiety, we talk to depression, we talk to procrastination. We say, hey, it's not necessary. That's 3 months down the road. It's really not necessary for us to worry about that right now. Now, if there is something happening right now creating anxiety that you can do something about, do something about it, right? Make that call you've been nervous about making. Whatever you have to do that you're anxious about that you can handle, do it. But if you can't, then we talk to it and we embrace it. In Buddhism, they talk all the time about whatever the emotion is that's distraught, that's creating this chaos inside of you. Hold it like a mother holds its baby. Like, don't run from your anxiety. Hold it and say, why are you here? What are you trying to teach me? What do I need to learn from you? And then you may or may not get an answer back, but the very last step after you have this communication is to give yourself 10 deep breaths. Follow the breath in and out of the body slowly. That calms the mind. It's almost like you're giving the brain a reward, right? You're saying, hey, I'm not running from anxiety. I'm not sharing it with all these people anymore. I'm talking to it. I'm working with my professional. And then when there's nothing else I can do, I calm my brain. I say the word in as I inhale, and I say the word out silently as I exhale. And that's all I need to do 10 times. And I sit and get grounded, and then I go on with my day. Listen, if I can help you at all, I know this is different, but it really freaking works. I use it all the time, and I have for probably about 30 years. My clients that use this technique are blown away at what happens. So give it a shot, okay? And then if you need help, reach out to me at talkdavid.com. We've got specials going on because of inflation. We work with people from all over the world. So if you're struggling with any kind of mental health issue, addiction, or anything, God, we do relationships and everything else, reach out to me at talkdavid.com. And don't forget, there's 4 books on the website, Talk David, for free. You can sign up for our YouTube channel, over 2,000 free motivational videos. Everything's at talkdavid.com. Let's take control of our mental health issues. We have the tools. Now it's time to use them. Have a beautiful day.